Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports, and today we have uh, one of our longtime members of the Kansas City of Fountains Coaches Association, women's coach KJ. How are you
Hello.
doing today?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
Doing just fine.
Good.
Let's get an update on what you've been doing. First, let's give our audience a little short biographical history on you and your coaching career.
Okay. Well, I am Katrina Johnigan. I coach at Center High School. I've been there roughly, been in the system for about 11 years, the head coach for like my ninth season. I'm originated from St. Louis, Missouri. I came here to play basketball at Penn Valley. And then I transferred to Rockhurst for a year, had to take a year off. And then I went to Park to finish my basketball career and my education.
What high school did you go to in St. Louis?
Webster Groves High School.
What you do there, and what position you play?
I graduated class of '98. I was a forward, a power forward, and a center/center for the school.
Uh, did y'all make any waves?
Yeah, we did. We won districts. We had a really tough district back in the day because we were a bigger school. But we did win districts. We didn't get too much farther. There were some powerhouses back in the day, like some straight hoopers. And so we got stopped. But yeah, it was always a good experience, a good time.
All right. Uh, let's talk about your career at Center a little bit. Talk
Okay.
about your first year there as a rookie coach, and
It was
not just
rough.
the record. Because I like our interviews to be informative for
Yeah.
young coaches that are following in your footsteps. Run it down.
First year was rough. It was a transition year. For me, I was assistant the year before, so me taking over, I had a lot of learning to do. It was rough. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was rough. Me trying to adjust, me trying to find my coaching style, me trying to get a hold of girls and trying to put it all together. It was rough, but it was a very good learning experience. I think I've grown a lot from when I was the first year to now, for sure.
Who do you credit uh, and give they props to that have helped mentor you in your education, one, in your coaching career, two, and in your overall development as a person?
Oh wow, that's a really good question. For one, my parents, of course.
And
They
what's their name? Because we want to shout them out.
Well, my parents, I have a set of my mother, who is no longer here with us, but her name is Ann White. My stepfather, his name is Jonathan White, and I have a biological father named LaDon Nichols. Um,
Shout out to the triple
Shout
threat.
out, parents. But yeah, so my parents really helped me grow, drove me to do education, basketball. They encouraged me to go far, to do whatever my heart desires. From a coaching standpoint, my uncle Mark, I don't know, he's from here. He got me into coaching. My first original coaching job was at Milestone Christian Academy. It was down in the city. And my first real coaching job experience, my uncle introduced me to that.
What age group?
It was high school. It was a high school. It was a private high school group. It was awesome. I had Alicia Dunn, who was the Raytown girls coach. She's my first real player that I actually coached. So that was really a good experience. Also, like over the years, I had a lot of mentors. Like again, Coach Harvey from Penn Valley. Um,
Marcus.
yes, Marcus Harvey. He's
Marcus Harvey used to play for me when he
really
was in college. I used to have team. We're doing a documentary right now
okay.
on Bell
Cool.
Center.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, like he's like a father figure and also, of course, a mentor. Has always encouraged me to, get in there into the coaching realm. Like currently, I have also, like I said, our men's coaches, like Benny Moore. He was at Center High School. He taught me a
That's
lot.
my man, Benny.
Yes, he's my guy too. And now also the boys coach Liddell Wooten. He helps we all like talk and just run stuff by each other. And he's helped me with a lot of just, logistics of it. We encourage each other to go to coaching camps and just, work
How
together.
important is that, Coach?
Oh, it's so important. Like, to work with the boys team, to be able to connect and to bounce things off people is really important. Again, like, we're all here for the kids. We feel like we have one team, one body, one team, a whole Yellow Jacket Nation that, if I can bring something to him that I say, hey, maybe you should use this player, we kind of bounce things off each other and kind of work together, which is an awesome thing.
Got good synergy?
Listen, yes, for sure. We vibe well together. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, like, we work well. It's important because the kids need to see, like, we got to share gyms.
That was my next thing, Coach. How important is it for you to have a good AD and good administration?
Great.
And good
So that was a good team. So Brad Sweet was our AD for the longest. Just last year we got a new AD who is Sam Simmons, who is awesome as well. Sweden taught me a lot about loving the kids. Like, it was about, love wins, and he's always taught us that. And it was very, very important to have a supportive AD who was there, who would just like push you to your limit to make sure that you're the best you can be. And Coach Simmons has came in and took that spot over, and he's also helped me grow with, just how I present myself to the girls and talk to them.
Tell me this. What is the most difficult challenge you have in working in uh, basically public school system with your girls and the lack of resources? I don't know about center. I'm more familiar with.
Like, for sure, it's like a resource anywhere. It's just that we have to be able to, the girls, like I said, with girls, we don't have, I'm not gonna be honest, a lot to pick from. We have a very limited amount of girls that play the sport. That's why we're trying to figure out how we can start this younger, get them interested younger, get them the skills younger, so that when they come to high school, I'm doing a lot of reteaching and teaching. I need to get them done at the elementary age, into the middle school, and into high school, so that it won't be as, as rough for me as teaching them, like, when they're
And
fresh.
for them, because
Yes, for sure.
using these sports as a springboard to get an
Yeah.
education.
Yes, for sure. Free education.
Right. And
Yes.
which will take care of them for the rest of their life. As you know, that Cascade Sports is known as being home of the student athlete. Uh,
Yes, awesome.
and we have segments called Bridging the Gap between sports and education, where we bring businessmen on to talk about how they use the sport that they play to get a scholarship that they knew they weren't going to go pro or anything, but they knew they got a free education, and now they're able
And
to
that's
pay.
important.
Yeah.
Yes, so important.
So, Coach, let's switch gears and talk about this upcoming season. What you're expecting? How has C19 affected your program? And I want you to talk about some of your up and coming stars that you're high on.
Okay. Well, for one, COVID-19 kind of, I mean, it really limited our players. I'm telling you, we had like 12 players total between all three levels. It was hard because a lot of people were scared, there's a lot of unknown, and I totally respected all the kids, the parents' decisions. I understand, like, you didn't know what to expect. We did, God bless, to go the whole season without any cases, any incidents, and that was a true blessing. Our school and our IED worked hard of keeping us all safe, gave us the tools, the resources that we needed to be able to, have an effective season. Um, this upcoming season, I'm hoping and hopeful that more girls will come out. More girls will can be exposed to my program. Our program. It's not my program. It's our program. It's their program because they're part of it. And just grow. I feel like I want to have more girls, more opportunities for more girls play in the lower level, so they can be prepared for, the senior high school varsity level. Because I think that's very key. Playing the JV level when you're young and you need that experience instead of just sitting on a bench is very, very important. Game like situations, there's no better experience than that. Upcoming, we have a couple. Like I said, I feel like we were a young team last year. We are a young team this year. It's got a lot of girls. We have a couple seniors, one senior, Ayana Thrower. She's a big senior, big girl, sweet. And she's coming up and coming player. Look for her to do big things down low. I have a couple guards. One name is Shania Henderson. She's going to be a junior. We also have a girl named Nasia Dunn. She's going to be a sophomore. Just
Both of
they're
them guards.
one is named Shania Henderson, one is named Nasia Dunn. And we also have a girl named Heather Harker. She has been playing since she was little. I saw her, we had like a little league.
What grade is she in?
Heather Harker's gonna be a junior too. She can shoot the lights out, she can dribble.
That's what I wanted to ask you about them guards that you just talked
yeah.
about. On a
yeah.
And what's their handles like? Name them and what's their handles?
Yeah, so like they all can dribble. They all have great skills.
1 to 10. I go by testing measurement.
1 to 10. I can't do no 1 to 10s. I don't know. I'm a post, so I don't know. They can handle the pressure. Both
can handle the pressure.
Yeah, they can. All three of them are really strong.
What kind of ball sense do they have? I usually, when I'm interviewing them guards, I usually ask them,
IQ.
20 seconds. You got one timeout. Your team is out of sync. Can you get your team in sync without the coach? Can you be a general on the floor?
Man, that's important. That is key, and that is so important. I'm hoping they're growing to that role. They're really, really quiet and shy. Shania is more the vocal leader. I can see her as an up-and-coming leader of the team for sure. She is the one that is the most a go-getter. Nasia is really laid back. She's kind of conservative, and we're trying to get her out that shell because she needs to be a leader as well. And Heather is Heather. She won't say much. She doesn't show much emotion. She'll smile and laugh every now and then, but they all have their role. I think they are balanced, good balance.
Who has the killer instinct?
Shania.
You might.
Yeah, Shania. She has a killer instinct. Yeah, for sure. Okay. She probably the one like, hey, I'm gonna go get her. I'm gonna get it done. Yeah, she could be, like I said, when I tell you she has so much talent. I see her doing great things. There's a lot of things, that are at play, but I do see her. She could be she's developed her game, changed her game. She was really a slasher. She became a shooter. She worked on her shot a lot with the help assistant, or one of my assistants, Travis Bray, great assistant. He took her on the wing and pretty much, helped her develop her game. And, it takes a whole coaching staff. Like my whole coaching staff has
Give your props to your staff real quick.
Yeah, for sure. Eric Strongstrom, my number one assistant, who has been with me for about 7 to 8 years. I had a couple assistants before him, but he's the one that's been the longest. Travis Brave, he's been there a couple of years. And we had Emily Anchor, who's also our girls volleyball coach, come in last year and help assist us. And so I give a shout out to them, because without them, there's no me. Because I tell them they have helped me tremendously. They help me doing, little things behind the scenes, so I give them major props for sure.
I'm giving a shout out to Clyde Harvey, who really introduced me to the whole basketball scene.
Okay.
Talking about Marcus.
Yeah.
I met Clyde, like when I started Cascade, and he took me and showed me, and I went to games with him, and he was an excellent shooting coach.
Yeah, he was, for sure. I know, because that was my coach's brother, for sure. Yes.
Right, and he's part of that basketball documentary I talked to.
Okay, cool. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, do you have any closing words or closing for our audience? One thing I want you to also close on.
Okay.
Give young freshmen some advice on coming in playing sports, not just basketball.
Any sport. Just work hard. You're gonna have to take your time. You got to earn your spot. I think the effort and energy. This is something I learned from my new AD. He's always said 2 E's: effort and energy. We can't teach you that. Like, you got to bring the effort. You got to bring the energy. If you bring those two, we can teach you the skills. But I can't give you effort. I can't give you energy. So that's the thing that I think all freshmen need to know. Like, bring that to your team. Always don't let that die. Continue to work hard, no matter what happens. Work hard.
All right, Coach. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you.
We look forward to working with you with the City of Fountain Coaches Association.
Yes, sir.
And we wish you the best. And as we always say in closing, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself.
This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.